I might actually like this phone. I think the camera's really good on it. It's a Samsung. Um, so let's see. I will be testing it to see how editing videos goes and things of that nature. If I can do it straight from the phone without an extra piece of software, that would be lovely. Uh, I'm also aware that we just were offered, sort of. Um, s- I was not personally, but Starlink has Starlink Mini now. Hi, Kenneth. My hair's all fuzzy. I've been really struggling with making the phone do what I wanted this morning. And then I'm walking around and my thing came off. Hey, love you, Catherine. Nice to see you. So, I don't feel like I'm as pulled together as sometimes, of course, struggling with the phone first. But looks like it might work. I am obviously outside, outdoors. See the how far can I go? Let's turn the camera around. Oh, you're gonna see if I turn the camera around, you're gonna see projects. Okay. The shower house still a work in process. That shower house is not level or square or anything. Oh, you guys are all coming out. I thought I had missed you completely. So there's Miss Wendy in the shade with some of her toys are closer. Yes, I have cheap beach sandals that are really bright. The other one's probably underneath that black cabinet, but it's all black, so I doubt you can see it. They also have this little box when it's raining or storming. Sometimes they go in that, and sometimes they go in the shower house. Yeah, I'm able to show you more than sometimes. So, hi, Donna, R, Catherine, Kenneth, B. Hi, everybody. Um, oh, thank you, Kenneth. This This shirt, I'm showing you more because the camera's letting me. Okay. Oh, I got so many projects going on right now. I did not make my coffee on that table with that equipment this morning. We've had quite a bit of rain. Let me turn this around so you can see me a little bit. Shirt I got in down in Baja. I don't remember what town we were in, but they had a discount clothing store, and everybody got out of their cars and dashed for somewhere, and I didn't know where they were all going. You know, the people that I drove down there with, and because my comms my walkie talkies and stuff didn't work, so they all knew what they were doing, but I had no clue. They all got out of the car and took off. And I was like, well, okay. So since I didn't see where when they turned the corner where they went, I tried to follow, but I was, whatever. Uh, I went shopping and I knew I. Oh, I got a little too happy. Huh? It was working. So yeah, so I got this. It's linen. I got it down in Baja when I was down there. I went shopping, and I eventually found everybody because they always come back to their cars. So they had all gone to lunch. They forgot that my radios didn't work, and they all went to some restaurant they had planned while they were driving, and I didn't know. And so they were like, "Well, how come you didn't come?" I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about, but y'all got out of the car and took off." So I tried. I couldn't find you, so I went shopping. So I don't know. Like I probably paid $10 for a linen shirt. Yeah, that's nice. I the buttonholes, the buttons are really close. It's kind of weird that part, but other than that, it was good. Hi, Jer. Yeah. Hey, Beth. So, um, I can't believe this is working and working outside. I think I'm gonna like this new phone camera. I haven't really played with it. I basically set up the visible service. It paid itself. I brought the phone home. I plugged it in. It's been at 100%. I left it sitting right beside the charger and put the hotspot on and was using my old phone. I have felt really tired, busy, and not struggling so much, but um, I've had a lot I've been thinking about, and I don't have a therapist right now, so who knows? Um, cool that the picture is not quite so pixelated. Hopefully the service, which, whoops, finger in front of the camera, right? Can I pull it down? Yeah, it says I only have 2 bars of signal right now, but whatever. Um, we're not knocking it. It's working. So it's a Samsung phone. I had to buy one. And as much as I'm trying to be out of debt, I had to put the phone on my payment for the service because I just didn't have it in the budget to buy a phone. And the very least expensive phones that were closer to $100 a piece were names I never heard of or had heard of so long ago that I didn't want to mess with them. I almost got a Moto, and then I went, you know what? I'm just going to do Samsung. So I cannot afford an iPhone. That's the way that is. Now, just as an well, and I knew Samsung's cameras were good. I used to spend a lot of time at the Samsung store in not Times Square, on the other side, um, by the park, by Central Park. When I lived in New York City, they have a really cool store right close to Central Park on the west side, and they let you go in and use their services for everything. And so I would go play with the new machines if I was bored, and wanted something to do. So let's see what else is going on around here. Um, I have had. I hate these flip flops. All right, so I kind of showed you when I had my foot up before, but cheap $2 flip flops, right? I have worn barefoot shoes for 7 years, I think. Wow. I mean, I spent quite a bit of time actually walking barefoot on the ground. And then I found shoes that were technically barefoot, and I couldn't afford some of the ones that were out there. So, did you all know that I just got an affiliate and a pro deal from Zero Shoes, which is XERO? Anyways, thanks. I see the dark circles. I feel tired. There's been quite a few storms. Last night, let's see, Jeremy called me, well, texted me one afternoon saying, "Are you all right up there? It looks like there's bad storms north of us." And come to find out, come to find out, the storm was south of me. So I didn't even hardly get a raindrop that day. But then yesterday, the lightning was striking right here. Like, it was flashes of light and the sound all at the same time. And that's the year that I lived in a tent here. That was hard. That was scary because the ground rumbles and you don't know. When it's 4 feet away from you, you don't know what's happening. It's kind of scary. So yes. So now back to the shoes story. So I picked up these flip flops the other day because I tripped a couple weeks ago at the front step where I have quite a bit of stone. There's a lot of stone here at the back too, and I'm in the back. Uh, you see the white stone. It would hurt if you face planted on that. Well, I face planted in the front because these barn owls I wasn't thinking clearly. These barn owls were like swooping down, and the cats were hunting, and it was right at dusk, and Wendy was hunting too. And I so thought that the owls were after Wendy and the cats. So I grabbed Wendy and a cat, and I'm running for the front porch in my stupid winter slippers that you gotta shuffle your feet to walk in them. They're really bad. Anyways, and I tripped over the first stone step and almost I was like, oh no, I'm going to hurt the animals. So I'm letting go of them as I'm falling. And then I'm like, oh no, my face and the stones coming closer to my face. And I'm like, I missed it all. But my knee was kind of really hurting and sore and weird. But the bruise never really showed up on the outside. Little bit of bruise showed up. I'm pretty freckled person, and to me, I would look down at my knee and it just looked dirty. Um, and even right now, I can see a little purple, a little yellow and purple on it. But if I showed you a picture, all you'd see is freckles. Anyway, so it the last time I was at the shop, I was talking to Jeremy and my knee popped loud. And I went, oh crap. And then it popped another time. And I was like, wow, it felt so much better afterwards. So, but I've got a little bit of weird instability. I don't know if that's the right term to use on that left side. And it's just like these squishy flip flops, and they're so freaking thin. I don't see how this is even a problem. It's just like, oh gosh, when it's the time when that's the only foot on the ground, I'm like, am I going to be all right? Am I not going to fall? Right? Which is kind of weird. So, anyway, so I'm just, I'm babying trying to exercise it by doing things that I'm not like my normal way of like stepping up a step. I've switched to making my other leg do it. And anything I can to just remember and exercise the other side a little bit. So, but on the shoe side of things, so I got not only an affiliate, but a pro deal from Zero Shoes. And I have offered them space on my white tracker for a decal at some point because I love barefoot shoes, and I always wanted some of theirs, but I'd been wearing the Jumras or whatever off of Amazon for $35 for I don't know how many years. And Zero shoes were like, their starter ones were like $50, $60. The pro deal gives me a discount. I can't resell them. And then it gives you guys a discount if you use my links or codes. And so I'll be getting those out there so you guys can do that. I will had intended to already order a pair of Zero sandals instead of buying flip flops. But after tripping, I bought a cheap pair of flip flops, and I've been maneuvering my budget this month, trying to get a couple extra things done. So, uh, this morning early, I was kind of looking at, I think I can afford to go ahead and buy like the cheapest sandals I can get. What they do for me for a pro deal is they allow me to buy at a discounted price up to 4 pairs of shoes in a year. And it's very specific. I have two codes are given to me at a certain month and another two codes in another month. And then from there, I can talk about them and show them off and do unboxing videos and whatever I want to do to talk about them. But the plan is that I should even be able to. I think I have two codes right now because I missed the first two this year. And so I'll be able to buy the sandals with the code, the first pair. And because I need like flip flops, if we ever did a camp event, we could do a DIY barefoot shoe um, kit thing. You can buy you can for a discounted price. I can get a, a set of kits for 10 people. And so we could do it as like a thing if we ever got together for a camp out. So I know I'm talking about that a lot right now, but it's because these shoes have been on my mind. And every time I take a step with these cheap flip flops, I'm like, oh, I hate that I feel unstable. And I have a balance board here that I got years ago, and I've been messing around with it. I'm just trying to make the whatever's going on that left side like stop bothering me. I improved some stuff on my bed. Yes, I need to do a better bed. That was part of the I can't walk stuff. My diet's been doing really good. And when I went grocery shopping this time, I just felt like, well, for $1.70 at Bash's this week with your discount thingy, you can get blueberries. So I had blueberries and I wanted a salad. So I had romaine and a little bit of salsa with my I bought cold rotisserie chicken. I just get the leg quarters are the cheapest at my bashes. And so I got those and I debone them. And then uh, I use the meat and then well, around, and then I boil the bones and use the bone broth. And whether I get it or the animals get it, everybody's happy. And it gives me a couple more meals of a meat based thing. And so I'm doing okay with like having a salad once in a while with a little bit of salsa. Um, if I start talking about refrigeration, yes, that was a look. So most of you that have been off grid or nomadic people that have had vans or whatever, or RVs, you'll kind of know that batteries need you to maintain their temperature. And so do these little compressor refrigerators to a degree. So I still do not have my refrigerator running well. I have had the EcoFlow battery pack has been plugged in for a week. It is at 14%. It is charging the slowest thing I've ever seen charge. It loses 2% every single night with nothing plugged in. Very interesting, but I never, I wouldn't, I wouldn't buy this. I'm not sure. No, I will not contact that company to see if they want to sponsor me because it's useless. And not, I don't want to sound ungrateful because to have it on loan is lovely. But honestly, here at the cabin, I just need a plain old sealed. So if it's inside the cabin, then just the fact that there's walls on the cabin, it can maintain its temperature better by itself. And because of the health issues I've breathe off gassing from like a lead acid battery. But I would like to have a marine sealed AGM be, because or a golf cart because they're made to charge and discharge and charge and discharge. And so that's what I would like here at the cabin. And for the car, I don't even know because when I travel, I'm 2 or 3 days away from a grocery store. But when I'm here, I'm sometimes, depending on the weather, a greater amount of time away. So I've been doing things like buying more sardines, either in hot sauce or mustard sauce, and just storing them. So, two of the ways that I store food and stuff, one is that aluminum trash can, which is lined with Reflectix and silver bags, the inexpensive silver bags from like Walmart and Dollar Tree. That's how I keep things insulated in there. There's food, cat food, dog food, candles, bird food, suet, stuff like that. And it doesn't melt. I mean, once in a while, if I'm not careful, it can melt. The other storage place is over there. Can you see that white thing? Now, we can play with this phone a little bit. Oh, I can expand it. So that white thing on the other side of the fence right there is a rooftop carrier for a car. That's the kind that is fiberglass, but it can end up being like a marshmallow on a car. It might have been an old Sears one. I bought it years ago. It still works. It used to live on the roof of the shower house. You get the drift. Okay, let me put you back this way. So, yes, there's a lot of stuff going over there in that picture. And I hadn't been telling you all that stuff. Okay, Jer. Oh, you're doing water today. All right. Good, 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 good. Speaking of water, I don't know that you're going to hear me while you're walking away, Jer, but I could tell you later. Um, but how cool is this? Finally, the one gutter that my son and I were able to get up when he was here, I finally, so what did she call herself on here? Uh, uh, anyways, one of our other followers, Loretta, had brought me a care package during the week, and she delivered because she brought a lot of meat from a high-end beef store down in St. John's. She brought it in big silver bags, and she brought a trash can that she had had at home with 5 blocks of ice in it. And she was like, I didn't know what you had for a refrigerator. So this ought to work and keep you doing all right for about a week, maybe two, with the weather. But it was during the winter. Well, I tried to give her back her trash can and she was like, oh, no, 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 keep it. So the other day, I don't know what I was thinking before, but the other day I Cloroxed it out really good because it had been a trash can. I stuck it under the downspout on the one gutter that my son and I were able to get up, and the trash can is nearly full. I think it's missing maybe 7 inches of water, and it's full. And that just happened in the last 4 days. So, yay! Remember in the winter when I was struggling and I wanted somebody to bring me 35 gallons of water? That's almost. It probably is 35 gallons of water. And I got it for free. Yes. Oh, that's going to help so much as I get those gutters all on and I get the barrels straight. That's going to be lovely, lovely. So, okay, so let me check. You guys are remembering this morning to. I'm probably wiggling the camera. I didn't put it on the tripod because I was struggling a little. Let me see what you guys are talking about in here. Don't forget the uppercase cues so I can see what you want me to talk about. But I know I got a lot of catch up to play with y'all. Oh, hey, Bonnie. Bonnie, I'm so glad to see you sometimes. Just knowing, I know sometimes I mix your thing up with Bernie, but you and Bernie both, I met you both physically at the same time, I think, and or at the same year, and so I kind of, but I love you two girls. Well, I love you all. Don't get me wrong here. So who else have we got? Carrie Gabriel. From Australia. That's right. How are you doing? How's Australia's weather right now? Uh, Oh, doesn't that make you mad, Beth? I'm just reading your comment about your phone that you've been paying it for forever. Isn't that the way it works? And it really sucks. I really prefer to buy my phones international unlocked off of somewhere, eBay, uh, Amazon, wherever, and then have them activated. And now that they're doing eSIMs, it's a little easier to do. But I couldn't afford it, so I just needed to do this thing. So, zero. Oh, yeah, I talked about zero shoes. So, did I finish my thought about zero shoes enough so you guys got that? Um, okay. So, yes, better shoes for outside. Oh, and the zero shoes thing too. I was saying that I want to get a pair of sandals for now, but the I've been wanting a pair of their winter boots for a long time, or hiking boots for quite some time, and I couldn't afford them. So I'll probably save the other pro coupon code that I get to use, and I can't pass that to y'all. Sorry, but I think that I'll probably save that for my winter boots this year, and then next year I can be more prepared to get a couple extra pairs earlier in the year. The pair of sandals I would have bought that are pre-made sandals, I think they were running $50. They're on clearance, and I can't get my size now. And they had the little loop for your toe, which I kind of like that as, and I like the thing between my toes. I like thong sandals. So, but anyways, I probably will go for the cheaper model and the DIY just so I can get into having an appropriate pair of shoes faster and then save the other good coupon, pro coupon for boots. And then next year do more with shoes. But I mean, I have to be careful of these things. It's just like buying tires for the car. But okay, so um, I'm sorry for your loss too. Um, so on that note, there are two nomads that I have known fairly well. Over the years, I have camped with both of them. One of them had been to my property a number of times, and they are both at their end of life stages. And one of them is in California with family, but still living in his van and camping. That's Kenneth Stewart. And the other one, Dave Diffner, I just saw the notice on Facebook. I sent through the people on Facebook, I sent him hugs and love. But he's in Flagstaff with, I think it's stomach cancer, and they don't expect him to make it much, very long. So that's sad in the nomad community. Oh, I'm so sorry, Beth. You've had a lot of grief, Beth. I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, Kenneth. You too, huh? Yeah, I don't know where Iris is today, but Iris had texted me earlier when I put a post out on YouTube saying I was struggling to get out here. So she might have just said, don't worry about it. Mm, yeah, a lot of loss, huh? All right, let's see. Where are we? Oh, Kenneth, you're border collie, huh? A year. Oh, well, a year. Okay. You know, it took me, was it 4 years or 5 years since Aussie before I was able to get Wendy. But boy, has Wendy, what a good dog I've got. I'm so blessed. I'm so, so blessed. Oh, there you go, Kate. Kate, I saw the links you sent me. I haven't had a chance to watch them, but those are people I watch all the time, anyways. I've just been kind of busy the last couple of weeks. Shadow Wolf, hey. Oh, that's wonderful, Carrie, that you're going to get an inheritance that will allow you to do something. That's lovely, and that your dad would be proud of you. That's it makes me smile. That's wonderful. Yeah, the panels above my head. Yes. Can you see the panels? Of course you can. So you know this is a pergola. All right, let's see. I attached it to the side of the